Do we need to move to an executive session to proceed on anything?
No.
Thanks.
Nope, nothing goes to, nothing is actually in executive session.
At this
There's no, yeah,
We have no money
there's
that we
nothing
can
that
decide.
falls under the exemptions of the Open Meetings Act, how's that?
That gentleman that's coming next week, Steve.
That's the 7th?
The 12th. The 12th, that's John Taratzka from Every Library, and they are a non-for-profit that helps support libraries in getting ballot measures passed. And he can talk a lot about messaging, campaigns, fundraising, all of those different things. And one of the things to remember throughout the entire process is that until the day this board together votes to pass that ordinance that places a measure on the ballot, there is no actual ballot question, and no matter what you say, you're not campaigning yet because there isn't a question. So that's very important to keep in mind throughout the whole process. So yes, he's coming on the 12th. So we'll be talking about some messaging then. I think other than that, it's really starting all of that background. And if the board is agreeable, I can contact Anders Dahlgren, get his proposal on what it would take to update the space needs analysis and the building program at this point. I think that's an excellent place to start. And then we can really start thinking about, okay, how do we want to go next for maybe an RFQ for owner's rep, some sort of other support, and then use that person to help shepherd us through the hiring an architect, hiring a finance consultant, and really being our support person through the value engineering at the beginning of the whole process.
What about the community people that you will be looking for?
Now that's another piece that all of you can be helping with, and that we've also asked the staff to help with, is to really keep your eyes and ears open for not only potential supporters, but also potential naysayers. Because one of the things that we really want to do in the Citizens Task Force group is to bring a variety of opinions to the table. So perhaps someone who is not necessarily a library supporter, but is vocal in the community and politically active. That could be a really great person to bring for our Citizens Committee. So names and contact information for people like that, who
Both sides of it.
both sides of the equation to participate, who might be willing to spend some time on a citizens committee that is helping to plan for our community's future. There are all kinds of them out there, and you know, different people with different kinds of experience, people who've been in the community different amounts of time. You know, some of our newcomers have a very different experience. Some of our maybe parents of special needs kids, things of that nature. So just, you know, try to be open and thinking about it, and if you think somebody would be great, let us know. We're keeping a list. You can email contact information, etc. If you get a chance, definitely ask if they would be willing at some point to perhaps work with the library on a planning project. You can send that to Lisa or to me. And there's something else. Just got out of my head. Something else to that.
While Julie's thinking, can I say just one thing, Sharon? I don't know if we can
Sure,
take
you
to
may
make
say
comments on
something.
the floor, but I think that we don't have a crystal ball, Patricia, but I do think you have a good pulse from what I've gathered being out in the community about some of the concerns, some of the possibilities that's out there. I think you have a better pulse on it than you may realize. But also, I think there's a whole lot you can do with this community's sense of pride. And somebody talked about that, and that's just something I want to mention, because no matter how we approach whatever's going to happen here, I think there is an opportunity there to play on people's community pride.
Thank you.
I'm done.
That's good information for us to know, because you are out in that community.
I remembered what it was.
Okay.
It was a question to ask yourself to get to individuals that we might want to have on a citizens task force, and that's to ask yourself, if you were to run for mayor, village president, what 3 people would you want to endorse you? Who do you think those top 3 key individuals in the community would be? And that can help us get to those individuals who are really influential in our community, and make sure that perhaps we're not missing any of those individuals or segments of the population.
And we would all have different people that we might think of.
Which is exactly why we have you all do it and not just one answer from the group.
Anything else? Are you enlightened? Are you enthused?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. And we have a task reports. There isn't anything else. Motion to adjourn, second, all in favor? Aye. And there's peanuts, Kiwanis peanuts in the basket. Help yourself.
It doesn't have